Okay, hello and welcome to the Crunchin podcast. Today is an episode number 7. It's a bit of a weird one, a little bit more freelance, a little bit more unscripted, unscrupulous action here because we got Charlie just got back from his cruise. He went on a cruise with the cast of Smallville, and he's got a whole bunch of stories and potential Titanic stories to come near the end. By the time we're gonna have like a bit of a roller coaster of a time here, just listening to what's going on, and hopefully I haven't screwed up the stream. I'm gonna kind of let Charlie take over and say hello. It's his birthday. I want everyone to say happy birthday. Uh,
No.
this is my this is my non-copyright song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey, and that's not copyright. That's copyright Percyman. If you want to use that, that's mine actually. But yeah, you
Oh.
can tell us about you. Give us a bit of what happened. You were hanging out with some people before you went on the cruise. You were hanging out in Florida. Maybe you can start us
In,
off there. Or
indeed, I was. Um. Oh. Uh-oh. Um. The
is it not
thing.
working?
I'm working on it. It went to a different thing, but I'm working on it. Yeah. So yes. It was phenomenal. I had never been on a cruise before, and yeah. Um. I have nothing but good things to say about it. It was a hell of an experience. Um. The fact that I got to spend it with phenomenal souls such as my friend Michael P, um, Top Bill patron, known him for quite a while. Um, many other people, many other phenomenal souls, people who I've talked to over the years of Talkville. Um, I got to spend time with obviously the cast, Tom Welling, Michael Rosenbaum. Um, it was, yeah, okay. It's okay. It's working. About something else, something completely else.
Sorry,
Like
dude. I
no,
changed all the
nope, nope, no worries.
info on the stream we're currently on.
Nope, we're good. We're good. We got
I'll
this. We're
probably end
good.
up sharing the new link because I
Yeah.
definitely screwed something up. But
No, 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 no. It's okay. No, we're good. We're good. We got this. We're good.
I think it's going better now. My bad. I'm bad at this as always.
No,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
man. No, man. No. No, 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 no apologies. No apologies. Yeah, man. I got to go on I feel like putting in when I say adventure of epic proportions. Um, yeah, like Lord of the Rings, Bilbo Baggins song and everything like that. I'm going to an adventure. Except this time, I got to do that. So Cruiseville was launched around the time New Jersey Smallville Con happened. Tom's Tom Welling's age. If I keep saying Tom, I'm Clark Kent, Superman from Smallville. It's just necessity now for me. Tom Welling's agent on New Jersey came up with the concept, and he threw it out there, and he was like, "Hey, would you guys be okay with this?" And luckily, everybody said yes, and yeah, it was started from there. So we started like planning for it, and then it eventually happened, and it's pretty surreal, man, because Michael Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor, best Lex Luthor ever, my opinion, forever and always, was like, I don't know anything about joining this, or I don't know if this is a good idea, and everything. And then within, I think it was, yeah, close to about a month after that, sold out everything. Um, and this is a pretty big cruise, done by Wonders of the Sea. Um, yeah, they had, yeah, it was a full capacity. Um, I remember getting down there. The agent was recommended to me. And then, yeah, I got down to Florida for the first time. Well, I was at Florida once, but it had been many, many moons. I was probably around four-ish. So yeah, being a adult now was definitely different and everything like that. But
A couple
yeah,
birthdays ago, you were in
yeah, it was a
you were
while
in
back.
Florida, basically.
Yeah, I was knee high to a duck, but things happen.
I've only been once, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, man, it was a crazy experience. I didn't know that the hotel I was staying at. Oh God, that's another story in itself. To bridge that one real fast is I was staying at a hotel and I was like, why are there so much astronaut stuff here? And numbnuts here didn't realize that was the like launch shuttle for NASA and everything like that, like their actual place. And I keep seeing stuff, and finally, one of the other patrons from Topville told me because they were staying at one of the hotels I was close by. That Charlie, this is where they do that. Like right down the road is where the launch thing. I look out my door and I'm like, that's where the Apollo stuff happens, and a completely whole different other thing. And I was like, whoa, what? Okay, I gotta go back there, and because I'm a nerd. But the point is, afterwards, yeah, we got up early. We had to be on the ship by my call was 1 o'clock. You could get started at like 10, but they wouldn't give you your like big luggage. But I didn't need too much of that as long as I had like my backpack, you know, all that sort of passport stuff and everything like that, all the essentials. I'm good. Um, got there. I literally get to this place, this mansion that's on the big blue wet thing, and man, dude, I was thunderstruck because again, I have never done a cruise until now, and this is my birthday gift to myself. And got there, this place had restaurants that went for all night. Places like a pizza place went for, all night for no reason. Everything was free. They gave you like a little like key card stuff like that for your room. All you did was show them that, and yeah, I didn't have to pay for a single thing there. I was very spoiled after that, and it was cool. But the first thing I do, I was on the sixth floor. I go and explore it a little bit because I had time before my bag got there, and start walking around and see, John, huh? I look, Michael Rosenbaum and his girlfriend, his awesome, kind girlfriend, and I was like, "Oh, man, dude, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Dude, oh my God, you did come." I was like, "Yes," and it was so cool, dude. See him. He was taking his girlfriend in for like a little spa thing because like funny enough, inside through there is like a gym. I went there every morning just to do something
Was
because we're
that
growing
was that all included too, the spa and the gym?
everything, everything, and I was
Yeah,
not prepared.
nice. Like not a lot you had to pay extra for or nothing you had to pay extra
Nope,
for?
nope. My coverage of everything like that the agent got me was they were like, you don't have to do a thing because I was slightly confused at first. I was like, oh, here you go. Started like giving me my credit card or open cash. And like, no, 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 you're okay. Just show us the thing. What? Show them that, and I'm just like, so cool. And so I go in there, and I see him. He starts going, the other way, and I'm like, I look over at him, and he looks back at me, and he does the most funniest damn grin, known to man, just like, yeah, yeah, like that. And I took me, mom, was like, well
Is that
played.
that picture of you where you're smiling like a little kid?
No, that came way later. That
Okay.
that asshole made me laugh during a it wasn't a serious moment. We were all having fun, but I was like, "You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. You're
This
not
is
gonna get me."
so
God damn it!
funny.
He got me. He got me. He got me. He got me. But yeah. So I do that. That was the first time. Maybe about literally within like an hour, um, before the welcoming thing, they had like a little welcome party and stuff like that. Um, I ran into Tom, and it was so funny seeing him in a Hawaiian shirt with almost like Reno 911 shorts on. And it was so funny, and he was so good. Shot. like that. Like, what? Only person will ever let me call me that. And yeah, he's like, hey man, what's up? I'm like, oh my god, dude, everything like that. And this is his first trip since he got married, and everything. So this is his first vacation. His wife and kids were there, so he was just free to chillax. And
So
yeah,
everyone brought their families.
yeah, literally, Tom didn't have his. He got to relax. Michael had his girlfriend. John had his husband. Laura was there scouting locations as well for her upcoming wedding. And then Erica, it was her birthday, ironically, on one of the days. So we celebrated with her. It was really cool. And then Adriana Padalecki, oh God, I'm gonna butcher that.
Hmm.
Phenomenal person. That was the first time me meeting her.
What character
Um,
does she play on the
she
show?
played the Kara in season 3.
Oh, the one who got her mind like
Yep.
was she
Uh,
mind controlled or like
yes.
manipulated?
Kind of.
And
It was a trial by Jarrell, but that was her. She also played on Supernatural after that as Sam Winchester's love, and then she played Friday Night Lights, great show, highly recommend it. And then she played on Agents of Shield. I don't remember her character's name, and she was also in John Wick, which I
oh,
asked her. I was like, "What? You gotta tell me, Keanu Reeves, please, Keanu Reeves, tell me." And oh man, it was she was such a nice person, a nice soul. But so anyways, okay, back to the first day. This
yeah.
welcoming thing. So I meet up with a bunch of patron stuff. I knew two specific people who were going to be there, and they were so cool. Those ladies let me go with them and stuff like that. So we sit down, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Heather and Greg. They made so much stuff for everybody, including this for me. This little arm bracelet that has a red K on it, and I got I wear my usual colors of green and everything. So whenever I put it together, I looked like the champion of Christmas. I was rocking Christmas colors very early, and they made these like lanyards, handmade, like Smallville crows, everything like that. So like our badges that we all got and everything. They made those, and they made those. They made suspenders of disbelief. If you don't get that reference, watch Talkville. Um, they made those. They made.
You got some suspenders or what?
Yes, they are put up in a display case, and they're hilarious. He got some as well. Like I think they said they made because they everything single thing they came in bags, and they made like
Is it
80
like a
some
joke
bags.
about the CGI?
No, it's a play on whenever Michael's just like,
Like
wait a minute, so where's Lex's security? There's no security, and you know what? No, you know what we gotta do, guys? We gotta suspend our disbelief. So suspend disbelief, and we got those, and
and it became
um,
suspenders of disbelief.
the suspenders of disbelief.
Yeah, that's so
Also,
funny.
I have to say, I know he's watching right now. One of my good friends, like a brother to me, um, Michael P. I love you, brother. That okay? If you want someone to go watch him. He has a great lore of knowledge of Smallville, and he's a great guest. He doesn't have a YouTube account, but I know he's watching. And he's a good man. He's a good brother. He sent me a lot of Smallville stuff. He sent me a amazing Dark Knight novel. It did not have to do that, but we had such fun in New Jersey, and we're gonna have a little blasty blast at Chicago and next Cruiseville. But I love him to death.
Is
Um,
he going to Chicago too?
yes, a lot of us are. A lot of people. One of our other friends, Garrett's going to be there. That's going to be a funny experience. Garrett, Raj. I know saying names, you're probably like, what are you talking about? But anyways, yeah, just people that I've talked to multiple times for like every episode and stuff like that. So I can't wait.
That's awesome.
And plus, the other awesome thing about Chicago that I almost forget is it's filmed during the Dark Knight trilogy. So there's places around the hotel that are like where Wayne Tower is and a bunch of other places. And I'm
Where
like,
the truck flip happened, maybe?
yep,
I think
Yep.
that's like the most famous scene filmed in New
Yep.
York, I feel like.
Yep. The come on, hit me that scene. Yeah. So
Or unless the hospital explosion was in New
yeah,
York. I don't know where they or
I don't
in
know where that.
Chicago. I don't know where they filmed that.
Yeah, I don't know either. But the first time there, so we're gonna like look around and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
look for
so
Batman stuff during a Superman convention. Go figure. Uh, yeah,
and
man.
me and my girlfriend are actually going to that. She's watching right now. We're gonna
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know that.
That's
We're going
right.
to
You did. Okay, good. I'm
we
so
got
glad you did, man. That's
yeah,
oh
we
yes,
got
that's
our
another one.
tickets. I was telling you last time we were talking.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Oh man.
So we're
Oh,
gonna
you're
we're
gonna have
just gonna
such a
take
good
the train
time.
out there. There's like it's cheaper to take the train from where we are, so that's what we're gonna
Yeah,
do. And then yeah,
dude.
we're gonna be there the whole weekend. And yeah, we want to check out the city too. We mainly want to go, check out see the big chrome bean and
Man.
do all the stuff, do all the touristy stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Check out
Dude,
the I'll definitely go with you to check out the
yeah, my face.
Dark
Look at me.
Knight
My
things
face is
or go
like
out for dinner or
my
something.
my face is extremely red. I completely forgot about it. I'm so happy now. Dude, hell yeah.
Well, that's why I
Um,
was asking if your friend was going too. I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
nice, someone else I
yeah.
get to
I
meet."
mean, I'm also dragging the professor along with me. So I mean, yeah,
Good. Yeah, I need to meet the
yeah,
Professor Peak.
The Goliath is he's
The
tall, but
elusive, the
yeah,
very elusive and the
very
smartest
elusive,
of us
very
all.
elusive, very elusive. The tall giraffe, as I like to call him on the internet. But no, Sean. By the way, I love you too, brother. I see you in the chat.
Did I get this?
But yeah, he's a good guy, man. Yeah. Um, but okay, so yeah, we get this welcome party. Everything. Dude, this is like a very cool thing because we get there, we already see John Glover, and he knew me and everything because we follow each other on Instagram. I send him a thing almost every day. And then it's here, young man. I'm like, what? Start looking around, and I'm starting to get like all these stuff that our friends Heather and Greg made and stuff like this. And um, I see him, I beeline. As soon as I start to beeline it for him, he starts going to the middle. It's like a little hockey ring that they cleared out for us in this boat stuff. We go there, and he starts dancing with fans, and it's the most hilarious thing if you have no context up because you're like Lionel Luther, the dude from and
What
stuff
kind of
like this.
music were they playing at that point?
Ah, they started doing disco stuff and then they switched it up because the moment that we went down there and we started mingling and everything like this, and I hugged John. I got to see his partner up there, Adam. That was the first time seeing him, but I talked to him like forever and everything like that.
Oh, that's the first time you met his partner?
Yeah, dude, he was so nice. He's
Nice.
such a good artist, man. Oh my God.
Cool.
Um, he does like phenomenal stuff. He built Gotham City out of, oh God, I forget what he did. It wasn't. I can't do it justice, but just look for John Glover on Instagram and you'll find his stuff. But anyways, he's talented. He's an amazing kind soul. I talked to him for a good minute. I go back down there. I go find my two other friends, and then I find Jessica B. Again, I'm say this by reflex. I'm sorry. These names. I'm like, what's he talking about? But we go there, and all of a sudden we hear the Smallville theme start slowly playing. And so while we're facing the front, we hear, "Hello, guys, sit down or stand up or start singing because we're here now." And then Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum come down, Adriana Lackey, Erica Durant, Laura Vandervoort. We hug them all. We see them all. We have like a little thing for maybe about an hour and a half. And so our schedule, yeah, we went. Oh man, the spring back.
Here, let me make you full screen for the
Oh
schedule.
no worries, man. Thank you. Oh, there's your face. There
I
I
don't know
am.
if I can flip you or not. Maybe.
No worries.
I don't think we have that technology.
Yeah. Yeah. We're in not Bizarro world, but the mirror universe. It's okay. We can do
Okay.
this. We can do this. I love our knowledge what we're talking about. Some people are like, what are we talking about? But yeah, so our party was literally at 7:30 to 10, and before we had all that. Then we go back to our rooms. I went back. I went to and found my like suitcase, and it had my key card for all my stuff. And then yeah, it was crazy, man. I was not prepared for how nice a room I had. I mean, I know it was good whenever I got it, but I didn't expect it to be this good. Like this was fancy, and yeah, it was really cool. I had enough for like sending stuff out for like Instagram. While I was there, I seen my friend Kat always do her art. Sean, you can attest to this. Um, and everything she's doing one thing. I'm like, I remember putting in chat like, I'm on a boat. What are you doing? And she's doing artwork, but I love her to death. My little favorite hobbit. Um, and anyway, so yeah, okay. After that, oh god, oh yeah, okay. So there's stories on my either Instagram or stuff like that are notorious. After that was Monday, the poker tournament. Now, to preface this, Tom is again, he's a great guy, love the man. He's Kal-El for God's sakes. But that being said, he can be very competitive. And next thing we know, we got up to 30 plus people in a small room getting to play poker for a lot of money. When I mean a lot of money, I mean a lot of money. If you scored that big, you would go on to place Tom, Michael, and whoever. I was sitting beside uh, Topville, Jessica B, her sister, and then JP, who was Tom's agent, and he's sitting there. We started playing. Oh hell, three. There we go. And yeah, we did that on Tuesday. Oh God, memories. Um, but yeah, dude, it was insane. Like we started like I don't know, maybe that was the panel we did before. I did a question about that. Hello there, me. Hello there, me. Man, I look good. That broke my heart. That broke my heart because my glasses finally passed away. I had those same pairs of sunglasses since I was 16, and they finally bit the bullet at that land. And I went to go back to the ship though. It was funny
Did you
because
lose them?
I for some reason they like fell down. And they was like kuh, and broke. I was like no. And yeah, and I was like, man, God, all right, whatever. Because not ideal you want to have like not shades on. And I'm halfway back to the ship at that little like dock and everything, so I had to walk a good distance. I run into another Talkville patron, and they're like, Cookie, God bless her. She's like, Charlie, what are you doing? What are you doing, sweetheart? I'm like, what? I'm going back to go get some money because my shades broke. Child, you can go get you another one. Just hold this up to the people over there, and you get one for free. What? I can get one. I can get one for free. Really? It works out here. So I run back. I get me some more shades, but yes, those shades, man, they lasted me a long time. They lasted me a long time. I got some more Super Trooper shades, but oh man, those lasted a long time. That's so funny. I forgot I had that one on there. So yeah, all right. So poker night. Now we get to this. Tom is a very, very competitive person. Um, it was yeah, no worries, Skynet, man, Skynet. Um, we get to poker, and
I wasn't sure where I was
no,
looking
no, no, it's
for
okay. I'll
your
describe it.
poker story,
I'll
but
describe
I
it.
didn't I
No,
didn't mean to interrupt your poker
no, no, no,
story.
no, 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 no. You're good.
I
No, you're
was gonna
good.
make you circle back to the poker story, but you did it on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own,
yeah.
so good job.
I'm an no, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Don't worry about
No,
it.
it's my fault.
Yeah. So we get there, and there's like 30 people plus this. We started at 6 from that panel, and we went to the room at 6, and then we go to 11 o'clock at night. We had to get up at 5 o'clock the next morning to go on our first excursion. Now, I'm watching because this is like professional type poker stuff, and Tom went in there and uh, he started losing, and he was like, "No, I'm doubling down, tripling down." And he puts there's an infamous picture on one of my things. I can't remember. You could find it probably like online. Someone recorded like a few things of him wearing shades. He was like, "No, I got this. I'm pulling the Dustin Hoffman Rain Man scenario," and he starts doing that, and it was, God, so funny. You like look over with shades and everything, like I'm doing like that. Like, I'm not a professional poker player, like that, and he'll go back and dude, that game lasted so long. Then Michael comes walking back because he went to go get a bite to eat. He's like, "This is still going on, guys. We gotta get it. God, come on, all in or nothing, all in or nothing." And he like props us and lays down on one of the tables. He's like, "I swear, if you guys aren't done within like a," and Tom's like, "Not playing." And so a patron beats Tom, and he picks up a chair, and he's like, "Yeah," like this. I'm not gonna say what he said, but he does that. He was at a good sport. Everybody was laughing because he lost like, oh god, it was up there in like hundreds, getting close to thousands, and it kept going. I went back because I walked back with Tom and two people that were with me in that picture. I made sure that to their respective places and everything like that because we were kind of sharing like a thing. It wasn't just completely like Topville or Cruiseville people, but it was also a shared thing, and there was
Well,
guys.
yeah, it was like you're living in a whole city.
Yeah, it was a whole new experience to me. But I was like, I'll make
That
sure you guys
boat,
get back to your. Make sure you get back to
26
your.
stories tall.
Yeah, 26 stories tall, and it was crazy. It was insane. I got there. It was a new experience for me, so I was like, okay. But I was like, all right, walk back, make sure they get back, and then I walk back to Tom. He's drowning his. When I say he's drowning his sorrows, I don't mean he's drinking, but just had a thing, and he's like, I looked back, like, "You okay, man?" It's like, "Yeah." And he was so down. He was just like, "I was so close, Charlie. I was so close." And so after that, we went to bed. And we had to get up. Oh God, yeah, we had to get up at 6 a.m. because every morning they had scheduled for us a breakfast. And when I say breakfast, I mean proper fancy breakfast at this one place. They had a specific table that we would eat at and everything. We'd always go there, eat breakfast, and around uh, 9:30 to 10:30, photo ops, and on the 8th level. And then they did the same thing with autos. I had everybody's autograph except for Adriana Padalecki, and she was phenomenal. And
So she
yeah,
was the only one you hadn't met yet?
the literally only one.
Yeah,
And
that's what I figured.
yeah, and the funny thing about that one though was, and again, I didn't have to pay for it, because God bless this man. Where is it? Here it is. Yes, there you go. For more context of that, her from season 3. Yes, I should have pulled that earlier. She's an amazing console, man.
Okay, yeah.
She's also very tall, very unassumingly tall. You don't expect her to be that tall. She's almost as tall as Tom. It's ridiculous. But
She wasn't 26 stories. The boat was 26 stories tall.
mm,
Just to be.
yes, 26 stories. Yes, Sean. It was crazy, man. Yeah,
She's tall like Laura's tall then too.
yeah. She's up there with. She's
I felt
almost
like
as
Laura
tall.
was pretty tall when I met her.
Yeah, Laura comes up to like here to me, but
Yeah.
Adriana was like, bah!
Okay.
I don't know where
Yeah,
that sound effect came from.
I've never.
Sean, do me a solid. Since Skynet decided to screw us, man, could you copy and paste and put that this link where that one was, man? I'd appreciate it. Show this man some love and everything like that because he's awesome. Anyways, back to the story. Had to break. So I get in line and I see a picture that I've never seen of Tom, and I'm looking and I'm like, where'd that come from? And I asked his JP, who's his agent, and he's like, all of that. Yeah, I made sure that he bought that. He's not really too. He's like, oh, no. He's like, he wasn't a fan of that. I was like, why is he not? He's like, I don't know, man. He did the whole thing. He should be happy. and everything like that. And I was like, I'm gonna go grab one. And I was like, how much? He was like that. No, sure. I hadn't seen nothing. So I have one of the rare pictures of Tom as Clark Kent Superman at the very end. And he put when he's seen it when they put the autographs on the table and stuff like that. He's seen me, but he didn't see what I had. He's like, "How'd you get this?" And it's like sits up a minute. He looks over at his agent, everything, and smiles at him. He's like, "Son of a bitch." And he signs it and everything. And he's like, when I was filming that, actually, I was like, la la la, nope, you were Superman, shut up. But get to that. It was hilarious. It was funny. And then we had a break after that because they had an hour break, and then we went to another Q&A panel. Then we went to Smallville trivia. Now that was fun. There is a clip on the internet of someone recorded this, and everybody wrote down the stuff. Their questions weren't exactly great, but someone actually won some pretty decent stuff. Someone wore like a sweater from like the Smallville stuff, from like the actual cast and everything that someone had. I think it's from like season 1 or 2. And I was like, whoa. So they won those. And then after that, so episode viewing. Oh boy. Okay, so it's Tuesday. Now, context for this is that, okay, during this time, we did not know why the storm was, okay, we get to the, because this was karaoke. I saw Dawn for that. I'm like, Charlie, you karaoke? Aren't you? No, I was thrown into the lions at a very young age. Charlie, teach this 30 group of people. Go, you're a kid. This is nothing to me. This is cake. I can feed off of this. And so anyways, I get there. We all get there. We're selecting our stuff while we're getting ready to watch this episode. Michael is notorious for never seeing an episode because on Talkville, when you're watching it, he's just like, I have no idea what's going on. And he played it. John Glover, God bless him. He just turned 80. He's going to be 81 in about a month now. He never seen any of his stuff either. He's one of those. He's like, I don't know if I did it great. And everybody was like, you kidding me? And it was the episode Descent, season 7, Descent. That's the one where he was crossed the line. And yeah. So that was the one that someone chose. They had no idea. We had no idea. Now during this,
and that's the one John Glover had to watch.
Yep.
Or was it they were with you there?
Yep, they were with everybody. And now before this, there's a clip out there where Michael's talking, doing his usual thing and entertaining. And all of a sudden, we're sitting there. The boat goes like this one time. And start like looking around. He turns out, holy, you guys feel that? I don't know what I could say, so I was just fill that out. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's
and he
okay.
said,
You can say whatever.
Okay, all right. So unfiltered, the fuck? Did you guys feel that? And it's like, yeah, that's weird and everything. And we start doing it to the point where the projection thing of where they set up the thing fell over. And then we're like, are we in trouble? And so this boat is rocking. We feel waves crashing against us. And all of a sudden we find out someone came in late. They're like, hey, you guys know that they closed off the track around the boat that you can run around for exercising? What? So they close that off. So internally, again, this is my first cruise. So I'm like, what is happening? Anyways, we get that while we're watching this, and so this crazy weather's happening. I'll fill in later what that was. We were watching the episode. It was so powerful, and that episode always gets me. I'm balling my fist like the entire time because I love Lionel. I loved him so much. I loved his character arc. He started off as an a-hole, at the very end a redeemable person who's actually trying to do good for Clark. And I know John personally, and he's such a good guy. So I know Michael, he's such a good guy, but Michael can play such an evil asshole. And just
Spoilers
yeah,
for those at home.
if you the shows came out 20 years ago. If you haven't seen it, it's your own damn fault. Um,
I agree.
but
I
yeah.
know.
So oh
It just
gosh,
sounds like you're being careful. That's why I
I
said
know I have to be. I know because I know there's a newer generation out there that's
it's
watching.
trending. On when
Yeah,
I go to Amazon Prime and watch it now, it
yeah.
says that the episodes are trending. Like Smallville is still pretty popular.
I love it. I love it, man. It's very funny because yeah, that's why I do that because there's some people on a Top Bill Patreon who have not watched it yet, and I have to filter very clear. Like whenever like I put posts and stuff, and we all do. My buddy Michael P, if you're still in here, I know he has to do it. We do it a lot. We're like, crap, this person doesn't know. Okay, we got to word this right. And everything like this, and so they're like, did this person die and everything? We're like, well, I don't say anything. Um,
I don't know
so
about
yeah,
that.
no, I cannot confirm or deny. And so whenever it happens, dude, it's such a powerful performance. But Michael had never seen it. John never seen it. He was getting emotional while watching it. While this boat's doing this, and then as soon as like it cuts to do the "Somebody Save Me," um, he pauses. He goes, "Holy shit!" and he's like, "That was dark." And everything. It's like, everybody give it up for Tony Whirling, John Glover. And everybody starts clapping and everything like that. And he runs over and hugs him. He's like, I was an asshole. He's like, no wonder you guys hate me. And everything like that. And John, God bless him, he's like, I tried to play Lionel because Michael gave him the thing. He was like, I tried to play Lionel at the very end, trying to do good. But the funny thing about this episode is this is the episode I found out I was dying in. My limo, the driver that was driving me to set told me, so how does it feel to know that you're dying this day? What was that? And so he knew on the day that he was going to die. He didn't know in advance. He knew while he was getting ready to film certain scenes because they film them kind of out of sequence. There's a few things before that where he's trying to warn other characters about a certain plot point of someone trying to possibly control Clark. He filmed those and went straight to this one. So he was like, well, I'm going to have to give
they
him
do
all.
like a lot of dialogue scenes separate from the action scenes and scenes that need CGI and stuff, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a thing. Yeah, and then John talks about final battle, and everything like that. And we give him a random applause. I run over and hug him. It's like, John, love you. I had that stuff leaking out of my eyes. I'm not afraid to admit it. That episode always gets me. Yeah, man.
I didn't
Yeah,
even know that.
it's. I love how Smallville's coming back in like tenfold and stuff like that. That's what we were talking. That was another thing we talked about on the cruise itself because it's making its way to my nephew's generation and my niece's generation, and they have no idea because they've got good stuff. Again, I love this awesome person
Superman and
over.
Lois.
There you go. Yeah, I was about to say this man turned me on to that, and I started watching. I was like, this is pretty fun, yeah, and everything. But man, Smallville's where it started for me back in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so after this, we take a break. We go outside. I was leaning up against a rail and everything, talking. All of a sudden, the deck bucked again. We're all like, "What is okay? What's going on? This isn't normal." Michael takes a thing of like a stomach medicine because he had to go. He had to evacuate. Not when I mean evacuate, not like emergency, but like he went to go to his bathroom. I'll word it like that. Um, because he got very seasick, and so he comes back like a champion to
Was
host
this
this.
their first Smallville cruise
Yep,
too?
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Okay, I
yeah,
wasn't sure.
it was everybody's first time with everything. There was very few people there that actually had been on a cruise, which is maddening to me.
Yikes.
And
Yeah, so you
so
don't know if you're how you're gonna react, eh?
ooh no, Yeah, I mean, I was good. My dad, took me on, some, fishing for boat, like fishing boats, stuff like that. I had no experience of this type, and but God, yeah. So he
Giant
comes
boat.
back within like 45 minutes to an hour later. We get there, we got our songs picked out, and I was like, okay, I'll go Jukebox Hero by Foreigner, and I have this locked in my head as one of my favorite songs of all time, and I'm like, he's like, so how many guys 70s and 80s fans? Me. 90s fans, yeah, everything like that. It's early on, yeah. Everything after that, it's kind of a blur. Blur? Nah, horrible pun. But so we get to selection. The boat got hit so hard, it knocked the system out. Here's where magic happens. So the computer isn't working. However, the sound is. So there's no lyrics on the projection. There are very few songs that could do that. For some reason, it did it for some, but like for like I don't know, maybe 80% of the people that were watching, um, trying to like keep up with like the words and timing and everything, wasn't there. So Michael had to improv and stuff like that because he's actually a professional musician. For those that don't know, besides being a good actor all around, like he's actually a musician. Sunspin, go check him out. Good guy. He's a really professional, like everything at that. So he's trying to help people that a little nervous, less experienced when it comes to stuff like that. Me, I was ready, but I wasn't ready because my song was gone. Jukebox Hero was gone, and I was like, okay, what do you guys? What do you got, guys? Please be something good. Please be something good I can use. Please something good I can use. We got Backstreet. I'm not singing Backstreet Boys. It's not happening. They're like, it's no, no. And then
Was
like,
Tom trying to get you to sing Backstreet Boys?
no, he was sleeping off a very not a
Oh, he
hangover,
was.
but yeah,
he-
he was still a little bit sore about the poker tournament afterwards. He had a little thing, but just I love. Um, so I get there and they're like, "What about Bon Jovi?" Perfect. And so I don't know what song it's gonna be of theirs, but I'm like, man, please make it be a good one. And I was the last one on the sheet and everything. So I was the closing one, and I clipped it on my thing, and I was so happy that I got it. I was so happy that I got it. And and by reflex, um, yeah, no, Sean, not doing that. Not doing that, Sean. Not doing that. But the
Backstreet Boys.
yeah, not doing that. But yeah, whenever it happened, by reflex, I'm used to like using kendo swords and stuff like that. So numbnuts here grabs the microphone, gets too much into it, spins one time, or spins backwards like that. And I realized, Charlie, if you spin this too hard, you're gonna break it. And the ship's already shaking as it is. So my numbnut self, I'm getting into it. I'm just like, everything like that, and not gonna sing it, but like shout their heart free, anonymous for stuff like that.
I knew
By
it was
necessity,
shot through the heart.
yep, shout through the heart, and you too, yeah. Um, I point the thing at him, and everybody, everything like that, and just by reflex, I point the mic at Adriana Padalecki, and it was so funny because she starts dancing over here. I have people dancing over here beside me. And I'm just like, yes. And so I grab and have fun with it.
It's
And
in your element.
I was in my element. I was just using my adrenaline to just fuse with it and everything. I was like, oh, this is mine and everything. And so I got the last song of karaoke. But then we got like a report over, like everybody was high fiving everybody. Okay, it's your captain. Everybody return to your rooms. What? So we go back to our rooms. Some people had, remember, I'm on like a floor, so I'm like, maybe mid ground state. Some people like, the celebrity stuff, they have stuff on the top. They have ocean views. They have to barricade their, top doors and stuff for how like the wind is starting to go. And we're like, what is going on? So I get back in there. I get back to my place. I, use some extra pillows and stuff to keep my body from jolting because it was really getting pretty bad.
Yeah, it
Um,
must have been.
And so the next morning, meow, 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 I sit up. Whoa, what, huh? And door opens. I open up the door. I go running out because one of the first things you do when you get on a cruise, they're like, okay, report to this place just in case something were to go wrong. What were the odds that they would happen? So, life vests, all this sort of stuff. Ironic enough, A1 was the place I had to go. Where was A1 at, you ask? Not the sauce. No, it was not the A1 steak sauce. It was actually the spa. So I go, this idiot of a person who has like a 5 o'clock shadow after a long night goes in there, runs in there. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? I'm sorry, what? What are we doing? There was an alarm. Oh no, 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 no. That was for the staff. That wasn't for you guys. Okay, I'm going back to bed.
You had the life jacket with you?
I had the whole shebang on. I was ready. I was like, well, this is how it goes, okay? Okay. This is happening now. And they played like that, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And so I laid back down for one more hour because after that, yeah, we had the excursion day. So we had to leave at 9 a.m. to go to.
Was this the one in Cozumel?
This was, yes, I will not butcher that name, but I will say Costa Maya. And we got our tickets. Tom got me this one. God bless him. I got to hang with him.
Nice.
So we had to, yeah. The meeting was at 10:15 a.m. We all had to meet the same. We did the trivia and then the karaoke. And then we went upstairs. And while we were upstairs waiting, you know what? Sidetrack, backtrack. Michael P., if you're still here, man, if you're still here, brother, this is for you. We were watching Talkville because it aired while we were on there. And we're like, oh, it's the last episode of the season. Okay, Phantom. I'll see how this works. My buddy got to be on the guest on there. And I was like, oh, man, he got to be on 2 times? Yeah! And everything. While I'm sitting down there watching this and waiting for, the people to give us the green light to, leave and stuff like that, someone sits behind me. And I'm like, oh, hi, Tom. Dude, what are you doing here? And everything like that. He's like, I'm going with you. I'm like, that's right, I forgot. What are you guys watching? Oh, yeah, we were watching the new episode of Talkville and everything like that. Oh, nice, man. You might watch it? I was like, no, go ahead. And a thing like this. And it's such a surreal thing. You're just like, Clark Kent is sitting behind me right now watching this. This is crazy. So you're watching. He's like, man, I wish, because a few of my friends weren't able to make it. My other buddy, Santiago, he's in medical field, and his kid's going through the ringer along with my buddy Michael P. Deal with a lot of things. Love you, man.
Shout out to Michael P.
He's a great guy, man. I love him. Good family man. And Tom goes, I wish they were here. You want to try and FaceTime them? Like, Tom, we got to do it. Yeah, okay. So I grabbed my phone. We all couldn't send out like a thing of the phone because we're out at sea and getting close to another thing. So, but we could use Instagram. For some reason, we could use that. So I tried to face call my buddy. He didn't answer 2 times, and I was like, shit. And everything's like, we want to do a message? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And we do. No rehearsal, no improv, anything, nothing prepared. And we just come up with this funny, ridiculous little thing, and it was hilarious. It's on my YouTube, and everybody's like, what is this? I'm like, you had to have been there. So we do a shout out to my buddy. Right after that, we go upstairs. Back to that, there's a pool room up there, and I'm playing billiards with Erica Durance, Laura Vandervoort, and I'm talking to John, or John Glover, Mr. Glover, the legend, about a lot. He's telling me stories about Kevin Conroy, filming with him. He's talking about how him and Mark Hamill would film the Batman the Animated Series and stuff like that, how they would like face each other, stuff that you would never think about, even know about, because he played the Riddler in that. And he said he would always sometimes watch them, and when they're in the booths and stuff, they would read their lines like that. But Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy would actually face each other in the booth, and everything like that. So when you're like Joker, it's like, hey, bats, and they would like talk to each other like that, and they would be more fueled and energetic. And I was like, please tell me more. And because like as a nerd DC fan, I'm like, oh my god, they did that. And he was like, they were like, yeah, they're classic. He was like, of course, they were classically trained like me. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir. Yes, you're right. You're 100% right. They're classically trained. They know what they're doing. Um, but then we got called to do this. Now, the key for these things, we had to be back at our place at 4. We had to leave at 10:15. We had a truck ride or a bus ride, actually. Hello, me. At that would take as much as probably an hour or probably more than that. And I'm sitting beside Tom, his agent, another friend of mine, and then in the back was Erica, and no, Laura was doing the excursion with the rock climbing at the time. So no, yeah, Erica, Adriana, yeah, that's right, I'm right. So we're doing this. It's taking a while, and we're starting to notice even more the wind starting to pick up, and we're like, this isn't normal. Okay, but we get to this place on this lagoon beach, and I have never seen water like this. The people were talking about, you know, the Mayan beliefs and stuff like that. There were like 3 very specific ones of like they would you know, they would believe like one of the things like the center of the earth or the underworld and certain stuff like this. It's really fascinating, their culture. But actually seeing one of the temples passing by one of those is a completely different story. It doesn't do it justice for, you know, what it looks like in real life for movies when they're television, whatever you're going to, you know, look at. And then we got to go to this you know, this little teeny tiny place that we could all sit down and eat homemade fajitas from straight out of it and everything like that. And yeah, Tom cooked us up some pineapple, like grilled pineapple. He was doing that. While we were eating this, Erica Durant sits beside me, and that's a surreal experience in itself. And she starts talking about stuff that I didn't, you know, hardly anybody knew. Um, but yeah, it was crazy because I did not know she was a casting person before she was an actress. So she was in the show before it was a thing. She was actually in season 1, 2, one of Whitney's.
She
Cross for a
hired
second.
people?
Yeah, she actually hired people before she was Lois.
Casting.
Yep,
Yeah, okay. Cool.
casting, and she'd be
I
like a
didn't know that.
background person. Yeah, neither did I. Her hair was like super blonde, and I went back and looked after all this was done. I was like, oh my god, that's really her. Indeed. Um, yes, I went to one of those places. That was one of them. That was one of them. I went to a couple of places,
Yeah, they
and
did more than one excursion. That was my
yeah,
bad.
man. No, no worries. We went to a lot. Then we went to that place. The water that dude, the water was so clear. You could see everything. So no shark problems. I was good. I was like, yes. I have a notorious background with sharks. Um, so I get there and I'm sitting down there relaxing. Just we're talking about life in general, not talking about Smallville DC comics or anything or the madness that's the world right now. We're just talking and everything like that. And the most greatest, coolest thing happens where just again where I give Tom Welling so much respect because here's a little you know, of how professional he is and how kind he is. When me and him were going through like the customs and stuff like that TSA that they have for like when you're going there, they had 3 lines, one here, one here, one here, in the middle one we went through. Sign your name, sign, you know, your passport thing, blah blah blah. Your ship room, the line, you know, the Caribbean that you would do it for, and everything, and then you can pass through Mexico. And you get there, and while we were there, this woman comes up. This is how big the legacy of Superman has gone towards all over the world. As soon as like this woman who's I don't know, she could have been in her maybe 60s, um, just almost tears, just tears. I was like Superman, and I turn and look, and I see Tom. Nice, they're just doing stuff like that. And then, there was one person that took a little too much, where they came like right up to him and like did a like that. He's like, "Ma'am, I'm on vacation, but thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, have a good one." Politely, very politely, when someone probably would have done something completely differently if it wasn't for him. But I'm like, oh my God. And I'm starting to realize that this man has had to deal with this his entire life. He landed Smallville when he was 21, and he had to play 15. And he has been dealing with this since then. And I can the imagine thing of going through.
Well, he's the youngest cast Superman so
Yes.
far, right?
Yeah. So the fact that he's able to do that and be so professional
Everyone
about it,
else was 24 or up.
yeah, he was just the youngest guy, and he was married at one point, but he's got a good wife now, a really good wife,
Yeah,
Jessica Long.
he's married again. You said
Love
they
her.
just had this was like their honeymoon cruise almost. It sounded like,
Yeah,
or if,
she's so
I'm sure they
nice
had a
too.
honeymoon too, but yeah,
Yeah,
first
they're
time they
so.
gone out since they've been married.
Yep, this was it, and it was phenomenal. She's such a good person, man. I'm so glad that she. You can tell he's a lot more happier. There's videos out there of him doing stuff where you can tell he's not there. And I don't know, man. I've always admired him a lot with his professionalism, and also just him being a hero of mine since I was a child. But being an adult and everything, you really get to see a lot more stuff. Like, this guy had to deal with paparazzi and people coming up to him and doing stuff like this. Some of it may be intent. Some of it is actually generally just like, oh my God, that's him. That's Kal-El. That's Superman, Man of Steel, the Man of Tomorrow. That's him. And he did professionally, but when we were sitting at that thing, cutting back to it, one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Remember, we're in like, hardcore, Mexico, where there's no technology, no nothing out there. We're sitting there, we're having a good time. Tom bought like a little music box that we could listen to while we swam out in the ocean. Um, and we're sitting there, we're drying off, we're getting ready to eat these fajitas and stuff like that. The place was run by a dad and his two sons. The two sons couldn't have been more than like 15 and I think 12, and they gave us like, water bottles, drinks, whenever our food came out. One of them, as soon as Tom got out of the water and everything like that, and he was like going over the grill for checking over stuff, the kid stopped midway, and he just stopped and looked at Tom like that, like it clocked who he was, and like he was stuttering. God bless him. And oh man, it was so cool. And he goes, his brother runs back over pier and everything like that to go get his brother. Like, I look back and I see like that, and and he comes back, and John Glover is like over here to my opposite. He goes over, young man, you okay? You have like Lionel Luther and stuff, which probably sent him on another thing where it's like, what's happening? So young, and so he's like,
Ah!
yeah, I know, right? No, you're mean, you're evil. But he was just like, no, he was just like, is that? Yes, that's Superman, like that, and without skipping a beat, without because Tom's notorious say, I played Clark Kent, I didn't play Superman. He broke the rule. He broke the rule this time, and we all got to see it. And he turns around after he hears it. He has shades on, a Hawaiian shirt, and super short. And he takes off the
Superman
shit.
shorts.
Yeah, like, and he takes off the shades. He crosses his arms. He smiles at the kid, nods his head, and you could see that kid's everything was so excited to him, everything, and that was all it was needed. And I looked over at him. I was like, "Did you just claim to be Superman? Eat your food, man." And it was so cool seeing that, man. And so we cut to on the way back. It starts raining like really hard, and we're starting getting nervous now because we're like, we gotta get back to the port by like 3, and it's now 2. Okay, and this is an hour right. Oh boy. Um, but we obviously made it. But when we get back to the ship, we get That captain from way earlier in the morning says, "Okay, everybody report this one place." Okay. Um, Turns out that crazy weather was a hurricane that we were like some miles away, but we felt the effects of it. So we were the only ship out
It
there
was just
because
a
we could.
hurricane.
Yeah, it was a hurricane during the Dominican Republic. It's no big deal. Um, but we wonder why, because we passed like two ships that were going this way, and we were still going this way, and we was like, "What's a boat liner? That's probably it's too big to be a fishing boat, is it? That's probably nothing." It was turning to again. It was turning to a Titanic scenario. We're just like, guys, this is how this started. What are you doing? And Tom knew nothing about it. Michael knew nothing about it. Nobody knew nothing about it. The guy was just like, "We're fine. We'll be all right." And I'm just like, "Okay, okay, mm-hmm, okay." So we dodged that bullet. After a day, everything started to like cool down. Thank God, knock on wood. Um, After that, we had more excursions. Yeah, we got to uh, we got to go to like cages and stuff like this, and look at like the animals and stuff like that, sloths, monkeys. And it
Cool.
was so cool. It was really cool. Laura enjoyed that very very much. Everybody did. It was really cool. I went into town and I got my nephew and my niece some things. Um, yeah, and I got me something. I got like a keychain. Someone tried to sell me a refrigerator. That was really off put though.
A whole fridge.
A whole refrigerator. They
You're
put you
like, I
off the.
just want the magnets. I don't want
Yes,
the whole
it was
fridge.
the most. It was something straight out of the movies. Of when you get over like seas and like America, you'll like this. I'll give you this for $80. But I don't have that. I'm not.
When I was
No,
in Mexico, it
I
was
can't.
constantly like you walk down the street, everyone's bugging you to sell stuff or like trying to spark up a conversation. They can tell you're not Mexican. They're like start trying to talk to you in English, and then you reply in Spanish, and then they keep talking, and you just got to be like, no, no gracias, no gracias. See you
Nope.
guys. No
I have
gracias.
that. Yep, I knew it was coming from a good place, but I was like, man, I can't do this. Um, and yeah, but after I dodged those bullets, we got back on. We went to our next location, and then we had, oh yeah, we had Smallville Nights. Um, Now, for those of you who have partaken in Smallville Nights, um, Percy, you have. I know you have, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Um,
You told me
that'll
all
be in
about it
Chicago.
before.
Okay, that'll be at Chicago. I won't say a thing. But it's an event that you will forever mm, you look at things in a funny way, but you have an epic way of things. And yeah, that's about it, Sean. It was weird. It was a very different experience. You're just like, I'm sorry, what?
Is that
Um,
Harrison Ford?
yeah. Um, Jones? No. um, it was weird, but they have to make a living. But I was like, man, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not here for this. Oh
I don't think they'll
man,
let me take that on the boat.
no, I don't. I don't know how I'd fit a refrigerator on a. I mean, I'm sure I could find a way, but no, no. We're doing this, and yeah, I can't. It was just so funny, man. Yeah. So we get back. Smallville Nights happens. Amazing, funny experience. Someone when they got there, like, okay, I got like the VIP, level one. A few people had like the two. I would have gotten two, but I just got back from Japan. I could not afford that because Star Wars Celebration drained me.
Oh, level
You know,
two is
I was
higher than level one.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah, oh yeah, and I would have been able to normally, but just now I was like, look, get this. Um, and
Well, I heard how
so
much it was, so I mean, that's
okay, good. I don't have to. Yeah, it was
yeah,
it was
no,
up
you're
there.
fine.
it was up there. Thankfully next year will be way lower. They had to do it for like sign a contract for getting like the people to do it and everything during
It's
like a
their
Father's Day.
startup year, right? So
It was
that
yeah,
kind of makes some
it
sense.
was weird. I was like, hey, you want me to pay what? And but regardless, it was a thing. It happened. It's over. It's done. We got it. We did it. We did it. We're good. But anyways, two people from
It's
Patreon were
over.
after their red kryptonite rings. Not mine, the original. But yeah, it's so surreal. It's still locked away for good reason. Um, they were
Yeah, we
giving
don't.
away.
Jesus, man. If we get Red Charlie out here, we're screwed.
Yeah, I'm already on edge as it is.
Red K Charlie.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to think about what I do. Um, it's like if like Mirakuru, red kryptonite, and a white suit went together, that'd be chaos for everyone. No one would live. Just that would be bad. But I'm sure in a good way. I mean, then again, I do have again Heather and Greg. God bless them. Made like a red K thing for me. I love them. Uh, I'll see them at GalaxyCon in actually a few weeks. Oh my God, that's right. Which, in fact, John Corbin's going to be there. Brian Austin Green, who played in season 9. I can't wait to see him.
Okay.
And Kane, who played, Titan, who I'm going to get to sign one of my Mike posters thing that I got. That's on Instagram. But anyways, okay, back to the main plot.
Sick.
Yeah, back to the main plot. So after Smallville Nights, we had another episode viewing, which I could not stop laughing with Tom Welling and Adrienne Packey. Her one episode, where if you've seen it, her first appearance, she doesn't have exactly a lot covering. And this is her first, she said this is her first gig for first thing that was like put to air. She originally did a pilot, and I think I vaguely remembered it was way back when, because we're roughly around the same age. She was originally going to be in Lost in Space. There was a pilot that got floated around, and she was going to be the younger sister. And I think you can find it still out there, but it never took off. And then shortly after that, she was in one
That
other
was
like
in the Aquaman pilot with
yes,
Justin
with
Hartley.
Justin Hartley. Yep, that was the other one. That one never got to.
He's on my bucket list too.
That dude never ages. A lot of that cast does not age. Um, yeah, man. So we get, we're doing this and we're watching, and she's talking about all this, and she's talking about the story of how she got on set. She had to wear like, the stuff that covers things. And she's her first scene is literally with Tom. And he's just like, as soon as this, because they're talking about the episode as it's playing, she's like, yeah, she had to do something like this. Wait, they did what? And everything like that. And he's like, oh God, I remember this now. And he's like, oh my God, look at my baby cheeks. Oh my God, what am I doing? And
The
he's like,
show's very of its time sometimes.
it is so funny him rewatching it. She was rewatching, and she was just like, oh God, what was it doing and everything. He's like, well, you punched a car, so that's cool. So they were talking about that. It was a cool episode. It was the season 3 finale, and that was her episode, her one and only episode. Then after that, she signed on for Supernatural, and then got Friday Night Lights, Agents of Shield, John Wick. She's way successful person. Super kind, pun intended. So after we watched that episode, the one after that, we got a little bit of a break, so I had to like walk around a little bit. Cruiseville Family Feud. Oh God, Thursday. So yep, Cruiseville
Whose
Family
family
Feud.
were you on?
So I was on the side of the cast where you sat there. So it was the cast versus the fans, and it was very unique because again the ship we weren't out of the woods just yet when it comes to the wet, so it kind of bucked a little bit. So that the little teleprompter that's in between where Michael was doing the judge, and it's like, judges say, what do you got and everything, and so it bucked a few times. He's like, what the shit? Everything like, oh God, okay, and did that. Man, yeah. So we had a lot of fun with that. The fans won. Tom was like, "Hey, Heather, if my friend who made this and was on the side of the fans and stuff like that, he was like, "Hey, if I win, I want that hat. If everything like that." He's like, "Okay, deal, deal." Tom, what happened last time you bet? Shut. Talking about the poker thing. um, so we did that. We had a lot of fun on that. Um, After that, we had the lustrous on Friday. Yeah, woo! Yeah, Friday at 8 to 10 was the VIP party. I've been to some. This was the front of the ship. Um, I got to see after the hurricane, crazy tropical weather was gone. Um, like it was, I don't have words for it. I felt it wasn't. It was like kind of Leonardo DiCaprio, but behind bulletproof glass because I wasn't going out there. They had a helicopter pad for some reason, which but made me uneasy even more because I'm like, that was in deep blue sea. I'm not going down there. Um, but man, it was
That's
so
for the
cool.
really rich celebrities and the
Dude, this was
emergencies.
fancy. This was. I was like, man, I'm out of my element here. But I winged it and I did good. Um, and the two amazing ladies, Jessica being her sister with me, and then we mingled because they were nervous about meeting John and a few others, and I was like, come on, like that. And I got to meet that. I got peak a legendary thing with Tom because at that point, Tom was like, "Hey Charlie, no man." I was like, "Hey man, how's it going? Would you mind doing one?" He's like, "Oh man." He had like a few things in him, and he's like, "Come
Like
here."
a video?
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Nice.
and he's like, "Hey, you idiot! You sucked. You missed this. Come next year. We love you though." Yeah, and it's all my thing. And PK, I woke up to like 16 text messages. What the? Oh my god! And so I sent one to him, my other buddy Michael P, and my other buddy Santiago. Tom filmed them back to back to back. No questions or anything. No complaints. Funny guy, great guy. Michael went around and thanked everybody. Um, and we went, no, dude, thank you. Um, it was unfortunate there was one person there that tried to photobomb everybody, and I don't know how he got in that room, but he did. And
Oh no.
man, I've never wanted to. Yeah, as hard as I did. But it took up my all. But no, I went over and found some other people that were going to be at Galaxy, and then it's like, dang, small world, and Smallville, small world. It's like poetry it rhymes.
Is
Horrible French.
Galaxy in Florida or where's that?
There's one in Florida. There's one in ours in North Carolina. There's one in Richmond,
Okay.
Virginia. Dayton, Ohio.
I
I
know you
think.
do some stuff online for that too.
Yeah, I did. I helped promote them when the apocalypse year was happening and their business was going down. And it was an honor to be able to do that. That was actually our first got to chat with Tom. Um, it's
Great.
crazy that was 6 years ago. Oh
Yeah,
my
I've watched
God.
that one.
Thank you, man. That was, and how I got to meet John Glover, and he started following me on Instagram, and we literally chat every day about stuff like, hey man, how's it going? I know things are great. And like, I'm doing good,
That's
young man.
crazy.
I'm doing good, young man. How about you? And I'm like, I was doing good. So, call me John. And just so cool. I love him to death. And just my now again, it's on there. I've said a million times, but man, that John Schneider, I get to see him, and he'll be in Chicago, and that's going to be a sight in itself. Because God, John Schneider, powerful man. I love him to death. But yeah, that's how I eventually got to like to chat with all of them. I mean, I think I talked to Michael first because of cameo calls. That was how I talked to James Marsters like every Tuesday and Saturday. Um, yeah, that's how that happened. But anyways, back to our regular scheduled program. Besides my stupid side note, um, we got yeah. So during this, I will say this one side story that happened. So after this idiot tries to photobomb us, we take off, and because the the cast had taken off, and we're like, let's go. Yeah, it's hot out here because we were like, it was inside, but it was still a little bit warm. And we go like maybe 1 or 2 floors down, and that's whenever I discovered that there was a pizza place that was open until 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, huh, I don't remember that. And so we get around, we do stuff like this, and we sit down in this little sports bar that's in there, and there's this game right going on there. I guess the LA Lakers versus someone, I can't remember who. They have 2 drinks. And I have to remind them they were French. And I was like, no, I haven't touched alcohol in 8 years. I'm not gonna touch it again. Um, and so I got water. We're sitting there talking, and then we hear, "Hey!" Like, "Shut up! Shut up!" No one calls me that. And I turn around. There's Tom. 2 o'clock in the morning. So we sit down with him. We talk with him for hours, and he's just talking about life and everything else. And he's like, couldn't sleep, so seeing you guys out here. And sits down, talks with us. I talked to him. That like, there's at least, okay, it was me, Tom, Jessica, her, Tim, Alicia. Yeah, that was it. That was literally the essence of our table. So 3, 4, 5 people, just 5 small people, this little like round table and everything like this at a little sports bar. And again, I gained so much respect for, Michael and all them to be able to be professional and stuff like that. JP, his handler God, he got really seasick, and he had a long trip because he'd done every single thing with us that involved Tom as well. So he was out. So Tom was like roaming around, and
Is that
you know,
guy
it
that
was,
do the Talkville show with them too?
no, he does.
Or is that someone
You go to
else?
when you go to conventions, he's his handler. If you see a guy with like a big goatee and
Okay.
kind of big, you'll know him.
I'm yet to meet Michael, but I might meet him in
Oh,
Toronto, maybe.
oh,
If
you'll
not,
see it.
definitely in Chicago,
I was
like
about to say you'll see him
1,000%.
in less than, oh God, that's what,
3 months
July,
away
August,
now.
September. God, it's gonna be here soon. Ah, years going by fast. Um, so we get there, and we're talking about things. Tom's enjoying himself. I'm enjoying myself. He looks over at his phone. I see he's texting, his wife and everything like that. He's like, "Charlie, how you doing, man?" Everything. I was like, "I'm good, man." He's like, "Yeah, like, yeah, I still think about him a lot." And we had like a little moment, and he's like, "Yeah, I still think about my dad too, man." Yeah, and we had like a little moment, hugged each other, and yeah. So he looks over his phone. Charlie, let me show you something. I'm like, okay. And he shows a picture of his son. He's like, Thomas is his son, his oldest son. He's like, I'm starting to learn how to play guitar from him. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, look. And his son, playing like early renditions and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude. He's like, yeah, man, it makes me feel so good. And everything. And I was like, I bet, man. I told him about my nephew, my niece. They're essentially the closest thing I have to like a son or a daughter, and they're in college now, and it's crazy because I remember when they were knee high to ducks, and it's crazy. But we talked about that, and there was one scenario. I won't go too much into detail, but it's a cast member that has been blacklisted for good reason. Um, but they were mentioned, and Tom got a little serious, and he essentially said if this person was there, don't expect him to be there ever. Um, so that was almost, I was like, oh God, lady, read them, because of course, when you get at a sports bar or something like that, and you get people that are drinking, you're gonna get one a-hole out there who's can't read the room right or wants to be an asshole or something like that, and then they do that, and I'm like, oh my God, read the goddamn room, you idiot.
Yeah,
So
if
yeah.
anyone doesn't know out there, yeah, you could easily just type Smallville controversy and
Mm-hmm.
find it pretty quick, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, that was
it's
it. That was the person.
it's the big one anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
very big. It's big. It's sad, but they made their own bed. And now they lie in it. And Tom made his feelings about that, and I'm the same way. I have been. Um, but back to the happier stuff. It was so cool to do this, and it's so surreal doing this. Um, Sweet Home Chicago, exactly. I can't wait to try that pizza and everything. It's been hyped up all my dang life. I've heard nothing about it, and I've seen some of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits from that Dup Air Stupples. I love Saturday Night Live old school. Anyways, back to the main topic. Um, so we're sitting there. His handle JP's gone. I'm sitting. Tom is right here to me. His big, you know, he's Kal-El. That's all I need to say. Um, and this one person comes like in this shot. There's a door here. There's a guy singing right here, and we're listening. And we're listening. He's playing Johnny Cash at the time, and he's doing really good. And we're just sitting there listening to it. And then of course someone recognizes Tom, and comes again. This is like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he tries to jump in the middle of us, and I seen Tom looking at his phone, trying to FaceTime his wife silently and put in like his earphones, and I don't know what came over me. I put my right foot in between him, and I catch him like, hey man, it's late. You can talk. Tom will be back tomorrow for autographs, and he'll be for photo ops. Tom sees real fast, takes his earphones out, puts things like, "Hey man, how you doing? Yeah, come back tomorrow. I'm with him, with these guys, and everything like that. I'm trying to take it easy." And after that person left, I deeply was like, "Did I do the right thing? What I do?" And everything like that. I turned. I was like, "Tom, I hope that was okay, man." He's like, "No, dude, thank you." And I was like, "Oh my
Oh
god, okay."
yeah, it's like 1 in the morning, man. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I'm qualified. My dad was a bar bouncer of many things, and I'm
And you're
not an
more than
agent.
qualified.
I know that, but I always like to ask first, everything, and so it was really cool that I got to block for Tom while he was talking to his wife. It made me feel good, and he's like, "You should do that more often, man." I was like, "No, man, I just want to do that for you, man." And everything, there were 1 or 2 others that came in, and I did
Well,
like
there's
one.
being trapped at a convention, but imagine being trapped at a convention on a fucking boat in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, and we were waiting on, like he was getting water after that because he was, getting back hydrated and stuff like that. And he showed me like his schedule. I'm like, oh my God, they're making you do what? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, and then we had a funny moment where the ending moment where he's like, guys, I think I'm gonna retire for the night. And he leans over, Charlie, you remember we ran into each other for the workout room? Yeah. I smelled popcorn. Do you know where that's at? It's like, yeah, why? I want to eat some popcorn and go to bed. I was like, do you want me to? Do you know where it is? Yeah, man, come on, let's go. And everything like that. And he pays for all our stuff. Didn't have to do that with his ship key, who has like a master goddamn thing, everything, since he's the main guy there. And I was like, dude, what? No, you don't have to do it. He's like, if you won't pay me back, go get me a thing of popcorn. It's like, okay, come on, let's go. So I proceed to walk, and it goes to like 2:30 in the morning. We go to this place that's still open on this ship that has 3 o'clock in the morning, popcorn, hot dogs, a bunch of other stuff that I'm like, what is happening? And I get Tom Welling popcorn. And he's like, all right, man, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, like that. And
That's
I'm just
crazy.
like, I was like, what just happened? And it was such a surreal thing. Something I'll never forget. And then we were approaching the final, yeah. Saturday we had breakfast. Okay, yes, this was Erica Durance's birthday. Was the final day. Man, it was surreal.
Her
Um,
birthday,
her
nice.
birthday. Yep, we were on there for her birthday, so we had to get up at 9, like always. We had to actually. I got up. No, oh God, that's right. I got up way early because I had to pack. They had like a message that came across your like hotel screen, like, "Hey, we're gonna be docking at Florida, and we need everybody off here by 8 o'clock in the morning."
Hmm.
Um, and they're like, "So it'd be a good idea to start packing." I didn't want anybody like take my luggage or anything like that because it takes too much time, and I had to be at the airport at like 6 p.m. and it's quite a drive from the port to the airport international. So I wanted to, I want to get an earlier start, and I was like, I'll take it myself. I have no problem with this. I'm gonna hang out at the airport for a few hours. I've done that before. Um, and then we do that, and then yeah, that's right. Because yeah, I load up, I get dressed up all fancy. This is the picture that you've seen of me smiling. So we get there at the restaurant that we've been dining in for like every day. Um, I was sitting, beside, Glover every time, which is so cool because I every time I'd go over to him, Mr. Glover, hug him, love you, buddy, like that. He's like, young man, like you're good. I was like, appreciate it, and everything like that. And yeah, Tom, that's right. So context this picture while we're doing the brunch with everybody. Michael was. This is straight from his phone. So Michael was going to do some stuff for like he did a toast right before this. That's why you see some fancy stuff, and I'm drinking water. And he's like, "Hey guys, I didn't know if this would be a success. I didn't know if this would be a thing, or if I even liked it. I wish we were staying a few more days, and everything like that. So here's to you guys. Didn't know if this would happen. But yeah, um, thank you guys and everything. Cheers." He went and oh by the way, happy birthday, Erica. We all sang happy birthday to her. She had like a birthday cake. We got to spend it with her. It was so surreal. Now I go to
Happy,
look
happy,
down.
happy birthday to
Yeah,
you.
it
Happy,
was
happy, happy. Okay, never mind.
yeah, funny
Sorry.
how that turns
Keep
out.
going.
Oh man. So I look down, son of a bitch. Um, I pick up I start picking up my water. I look, and as soon as I'm looking right there, I see Michael just picking up that thing. There's our karaoke. We were having a ball, man. Ah, shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Man, we had a blast. God, I had the white shirt on and everything. There's Adriana. Look how tall she is. Oh, memories.
It's so hard to
Memories.
get these all in order, but I love
I
bringing them
know
up
it's
anyway.
okay. It's just so funny looking back because you're like, oh man, I remember that. Yeah, who's that handsome devil? Oh man, yeah. Oh, that makes me feel so good. That makes me flashback. So okay, yeah, that picture. I look over. Michael is like, I can see him mouthing, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna let him get me. I'm not gonna let him get me, and everything. And I see him starting to mouth in a Chris Farley voice, which is my kryptonite. He's like, Charlotte, pretty girls over there. Pretty girls over there, huh? Pretty girls over there, huh? Like that. I was like, so bitch. I'm smirking, almost drinking this, and he got me, and he put this on Patron and actually his stories, and I capped this from him. I screen capped this, and I was like, all right, take it. I'll take it. I'll take it, and you got me. You know. Oh man, such good times. But yeah, that was our breakfast and brunch and everything, and we had a blast, man. Um, we ate like kings, queens. We ate like champions.
And that
Uh,
was during the birthday, or did
that
I?
was during the birthday. We and right
Okay,
after during breakfast we had like a birthday cake for Air. It
I
was
actually
so
pulled up the
cool,
right
man.
thing then. That's good.
It was so cool, man. Yeah.
That's dope, man. You got a
Thank you,
crazy experience with
dude.
them.
The whole week, man. Literally the whole week I was with them.
You guys were
It was
Stockholm syndrome together.
Yeah, man. Thank God it didn't turn to a cabin fever, even though I was like, nah,
Well,
this
at
shouldn't be.
least it didn't turn into Titanic.
No, that was my biggest concern. Whenever the storms happened, I was like, oh God, what's gonna go wrong there? Okay, there's the pizza place. This is the pizza place. So this is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And oh man, that guy's Sweden, another patron cook. Oh man.
Oh, I
This was
thought I
the
paused
episode.
it.
That's the episode. No, it's okay. We were just all eating, and we were just like we could barely hear each other and everything like that. But we were just like, this is awesome. So this where Tom found us at one place, and he's like, hey guys, I'm like, hey man, and everything, and took a picture, and it's crazy. It was good pizza. Had a lot, like way more than a lot I should have. But man, it was fun. Oh, we had so much fun, and oh man, yeah. The other one you had was the episode viewing of Adriana Padalecki, season 3, and we're like
The
dying of
finale
laughter.
of season 3.
We
You
are
guys are watching
dying.
with her.
Yeah, we are dying laughing right here because they're like talking about the on thing of this of just like, oh God, look how young I was. Those baby cheeks. What am I doing? And they were talking about because the characters and stuff like that were just like, man, it's like watching the Lannisters from the Game of Thrones. They're like to keep the family. And we were like dying of that. We were like, what the, come on, Tom, what the hell? This is during the final days. I was so happy. Look how clear the water was after everything else, man.
Oops.
Look how like after the everything was done, like you could see through like the how clear the water was. This was me at the carpet thing that they had behind the thing being all fancy. That Kristen B and that amazing console. She was the one who beat Tom in the poker, and there was like a lot of people lined up for this. And I was like,
That's what he
"Yeah."
was so mad about.
Oh God, he was fuming. He was fuming, and
He was on the red cave for a few
oh God,
hours,
he
and
was. He actually
then the
had the
next
ring
day.
on. He had one of the rings on. I was like, oh man, he's gonna snap. He's gonna snap. Cal's gonna come out. Um, man, yeah. And the very bottom was
He's gonna go running across the water.
he was in Bull Barry Allen.
Or
Yeah.
not Barry Allen, what's his name? From Smallville.
Oh, no. Wait. Impulse. Bart.
Impulse, yeah.
There we go.
Bart.
Bart. I had to think a minute. I was like, oh God, Charlie, no, don't you dare freeze up on this. You know this. But yeah, that we had other patrons down there who kindly took pictures and stuff like that. I was with those two most of the time. We were all extremely tired, but we were extremely happy because this is the final day. This is the final thing of that. We gave right here. We gave our other buddy, Michael P, another video call because we're infamous about doing like little funny thing like one of those fine ladies didn't enjoy the whole Clark and Lana thing. It was more of a Lois and Clark thing, and then he would just for fun back and forth. It's like let's see if the range will reach over here. We're close enough. We can do like an Instagram call and everything. We talked to him, and he got to see them in real life, and or at least in video form. He's like, so you're responsible for this. And like, I'll see you in Chicago, and it was funny because they're from Canada and they have like their French as well. So it was very funny. And we're all tired, but we're happy. But because this is quite a week, man. It was
Yeah,
one of
it's
the
the
best
end of a
things.
trip and all inclusive. You kind of want to, you
Yeah.
don't want to waste the last day either, right?
No, we stayed up. We walked around like the boat and everything like that. And just looked up the stars. We'd never done that, and it was so clear, man.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, I bet
yeah,
the stars are crazy out on the ocean.
dude. I was someone was telling me about a cruise of going like to Alaska and seeing like the Northern Lights and a bunch of other things. I'm like, oh my God, I never thought about that.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
it's it was such a crazy thing. This was me on the panel. Because Michael says something on the lines of it's like, see my man Charlie down there came here alone. Not a lot of people do that. I'm like, thanks. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that commentary. I appreciate that. And God, we had so much fun. And then my question was the very last one on there, and I just got the tip of that. I'm like, yeah. ass because I asked them. I was like, "Hey, so what's it feel like after years ago during 2001?" Yep, there it is. Whenever what was it like reminiscing and now to look where you are now? And they all talked about how it's like so surreal that we're on a cruise. None of us had never done, and we're essentially like friends and stuff like that. And it's just really weird how stuff works out. So I'm glad I got the final word in. But yeah, literally like the day after, that was it. We had after the that we had the farewell party, which was this right here. Um, oh God, Tom with his cowboy hat. Oh God, I forgot.
Man, you go to Mexico, you gotta get a hat.
Oh man, I forgot about that. So yeah, he I forget what one of the stores he went to, but I remember when I got my magnets and stuff, he got that, and I come back I'm like, dude, what are you wearing? He's like, I just want to blend in, and tips the hat, and I was like, oh my God, come on, man. Oh man, I forgot. But yeah, those are his. That's his Hawaiian shirt and his Reno 911 shorts. He was rocking through most of the beach experiences that we did.
Yeah, that's what he looked like when the
Oh
kids recognized him.
yeah, well,
Almost.
he almost. He was wearing some stuff while he was inside, but like right here, this is like uh I forget what I think he did a because he went outside some too. He wanted to like watch and film some certain stuff for like his family and stuff when he was like leaving the islands and look at like scenery and stuff. And then like he came back on here and he's like, you don't want to change? No, I'm good. I'm wearing this. And yeah, that's the infamous Kal-El hat that he got in Mexico while he was there. I forgot about that.
I had a really nice hat I got in Mexico, and I gave it to my dad as a
Oh
souvenir.
man, yeah, man, that was that was that was it in a nutshell because we all got up very early. We got like few hours of sleep. We had to be off the ship by 8 a.m. I had to be up at the Douglas International Airport. Please don't do that. But I had to, I was trying to hold a face. No, please don't. I'm having trouble as it is. Um, I had to be at Douglas International Airport, and that was quite a drive in itself. But I went straight to the airport. I literally seen me and Chris to be another patron. We seen Tom and Michael there again. They followed us at the airport, like, guys, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? And like, oh, we're staying here. Our flight doesn't come until like way tomorrow morning. So we got like a hotel here. You could buy hotels in the airport. Okay, cool. And yeah, we talked for a good little minute until it was time for whenever I could actually take my check-in luggage and stuff like that to my gate. And we talked again about everything and stuff like that. And we just got done doing we did a best of for Talkville season 7, and we just submitted things about what we wanted and everything like that. And because yeah, season 7's the last one that has Lana, Lex, and Lionel. So
And
we were
Laura.
yeah, and Laura.
That's that's like her main,
During
that's her main
cra-
season.
crazy moment in that she told me about that I just completely glossed over. She said that episode that she appears in season 10, yeah, it's season 10, I think. No, because it shows the outfit in the ice. That was supposed to be a backdoor pilot for her, but it never took off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
So they were gonna spin that off into a different show.
Yep.
Yeah.
But some
I think
vampire
she
show
did talk
picked up.
about that on her panel. I was
Sucks.
another guy I had on here,
Hmm?
London Keith L, London Superman. He interviewed Laura Vandervoort on a panel that I watched, and they talked about that a bit.
Yeah, man, it was crazy hearing that because you're like, wait, why didn't it land? And apparently I think that was whenever like those early vampire shows were starting. Um, before like the Vampire Diary type stuff and everything like that. And for some reason, they just didn't pick it up. But yeah, that was crazy, man. But honestly, yeah, one of the most happy experiences of my life was Cruiseville. And again, Star Wars Celebration will always hold a special place in my heart. It will. The second time I've been to Japan, I got to see Max, JT, Darcy, so many people, Life Day buddies, Strike. We all got to hang out and do stuff, but there's that part of me that will always have that legendary person on the left of the screen of Chris Reeve that's always going to be here whenever I grew up, of John Williams. And just yeah, I know a lot of people tend to go towards like a lot. And I love Marvel. I love Marvel. I'm doing my damnedest to avoid spoilers for upcoming stuff. It's a nightmare to do because a movie's coming out and I was like, don't you dare spoil me. Because me and Pete gonna
Fantastic
go see
Four
that.
is coming.
Yep, me and Pete already got tickets in IMAX for that.
Nice.
So we're going to GalaxyCon before that, and then after, like during that, we're hoping to God that no one says anything while we're there, because I don't know what we'll do. And then after that is when Superman comes out, the new one. All right, Michael is going to be in.
I heard that.
Yep.
I don't know what character or cameo he has, but that's cool. I heard that too.
Stay tuned. He gave some stuff
Yeah, he
out.
told you guys.
Yeah, and it was cool. I'm like, what? And he's like, and he said
Alternate universe, maybe.
he said he also got to meet Matt Reeves, Christopher Reeves' son.
Cool. Yeah, he did do. He had a cameo in.
Yeah.
Or does he work at the Daily Bugle or
He
Daily
didn't
Planet?
say, but he said he had a long conversation with him about his dad, and whenever he never got a chance to talk to him whenever he was on Rosetta season 2, and he said they talked forever, and he was like, God, he was a splitting clone of his dad. He looks just exactly like he did when he was young, and yeah, but yeah, the point is, I'll always be a Superman and Batman fan. I love Marvel. I do. I really do. I love everything. But like that, I have such a fond memory of certain stuff like that. It's funny because Sean, if you're still in here, you can attest. I've been trying to get Kat to go after Superman, and I'm just like, look, if you do that, this is the stuff you need to go after first. You know, Richard Donner, just the pilot. Just watch the pilot of Smallville. Then you can watch the rest. You can go back and watch if you catch your rabbit. Start with this first, and I'm trying to get her to do that, but we'll see how that works. Because she was talking about the new Superman movie coming out, a whole bunch of others. She said she want to be cultured. I'm like, well, start with this. So, because that was the first, if I remember right, that was the first comic book movie, Superman 1970. Yeah.
Yeah, like feature
Right.
length, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Sean.
I'm sure there might have been a couple like
I think, yeah,
Adam West Batman made for TV
yeah,
movies, but I don't know if there was any that went to theater.
Yeah, not that I know of, because I mean,
So that
other
could
than
be
that,
it.
we had the George Reeves black and white ones, and we had the radio shows. It wasn't
Well,
Marvel.
George
Wasn't,
Reeves played the character long enough that he was in black and white, and then they made
yeah,
him
yeah,
switch to
right.
color,
He
which
was
is kind of surreal.
I know. I forget there was one caller back in the day. I can't remember the actor's name. I remember seeing him when I was a
Kirk
kid.
Allen, the first one.
Possibly. They
Wait,
did
what?
like it
Or
was.
what did
It
you
was
just say?
very early.
Sorry, you cut out for a sec.
Oh, my bad. Whenever I was a kid, there was another one like after George Reeves. It was very little, but it was during like the 60s or later part of the 50s. It didn't run very long, but it was in Technicolor.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very early. Because because I watched like a Superman
I
documentary.
think
Like,
there was a Superboy show that they tried to do, but
yeah,
it didn't take off.
yeah,
That might be it, but I might be wrong.
that sounds pretty accurate of what it might have been. But yeah, you'll believe a man can fly. Richard Donner and just knocked it out of the park. Got Darth Vader trained, Christopher Reeves, and
Yeah, that's
yeah,
sick.
I always have a place for that. So,
I asked Lou Ferrigno about that because all three of them were living together in England at one point
oh
and
my God,
working
that's
out
right.
together and crap. That was,
Oh, that's right,
or they were
man.
either living at the same address or like they were in the same like area and they were working out together and training together.
Man, dude. Yeah. But
So
that's
the Superman and the Hulk and Darth Vader.
man, dude, that's a hell of a thing. Superman and the Hulk walk into a bar one day. What could go wrong? Oh man. But yeah, that's a rundown of there's a lot more, but that's that's it, man. That's my Cruiseville. We're already starting plans for number 2. I got my cabin
I
for
saw it's
next
called
year.
Season 2 of
Mm-hmm.
Cruiseville. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Or I think it's
And,
hilarious. I don't know.
oh yeah. Yeah, that's just something they came up with on the fly. It was. They was like, what do we call this? Boat 2?
Boat
Season 2.
2.
Yeah. Boat 2. Season 2. We'll go season 2. Sorry, season 2. And I
Bodie
love
McBoatington.
it's so funny that they got Sam Jones too. I couldn't believe that. I was like, whoa, what? And so I got to bring my pilot. That's one thing I'm bringing to Chicago. I'm trying to get as many people as I get to sign the original pilot script from Supernatural. Supernatural, God Almighty, Charlie, Smallville, blah!
Oh yeah.
um, and everything because I've got you know all the originals that I can can care for and everything like that to get to sign it, and that'll be coming with me because I've got John Schneider's signature on there. He'll be down there, and I'm Mr. Kemp, can you you know do me the honors, and then after that, frame it, put it on the wall, frame it.
I've got a poster I'm gonna get all of them to sign.
Nice, man.
'Cause
Yeah,
I've got John Glover and John Schneider and
mhm,
Laura Vandervoort already.
man.
And then I got
Yeah.
Dean Kane. Who's
Dude, that's that episode we talked about.
yeah,
They're
I talked to
trying to
him
get
about
him.
that episode
Really?
on his Smallville episode. He was
Yeah.
literally telling me, I was like, man, I was so sad that like you weren't a reoccurring villain. And he was like, and he just like was like, I wanted to like be the season long villain, but they wouldn't go for it. And I was like, no way. Like he was so into it. And
He was just such a
we talked for I've heard some
yeah.
people say bad things about him, but we talked for so long that the fucking his like handler was like, okay, okay guys, we got other people waiting here. We gotta go here.
That's
Move it along a
awesome.
bit, which never happens to me. But yeah, I was talking I what we were talking about his show and then we were talking about Smallville for a while.
Yeah, dude, he was good as Vandal Savage, man. Like I love the line that that him and Clark had. It's like, you don't know what it's like to be immortal and live. We might have more common than you think. And they continue fighting. It's just such a small little Easter egg nod to a Superman and another Superman. He's like, oh, I see what you guys did there. I see what you did there. Oh man, yeah, they were talking about that. They were like, man, we're trying to get him for filming that and everything like that because he was just on Michael's Inside of You podcast a few a few weeks ago before Cruiseville. He was on there. Go watch
Cool.
Inside of You. And, but yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah, in a couple months I'm gonna be going to let me pull it up here. I've got
Yeah.
the guest list is insane for this.
Mm,
Oh gosh, I'm in the matrix. There we go.
that's okay. I don't
But
mind seeing pictures.
going to Fan Expo Canada, I guess 52 days is the countdown. That's kind of scary. But
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
gonna be meeting Ewan McGregor,
Wow.
and then there's so many people that I just can't meet because there's not enough money and not enough time. I think it
Wow.
did it switch over? Yeah, I think it did. Uh, yeah.
Oh my God, Daphne King, Mike Tyson.
So we've got like Michael J. Fox, Will Shatner,
Uh,
Tom Welling,
God.
Finn, Mike Tyson's going. My girlfriend's probably gonna meet Mike Tyson. She really likes his TV show, Mike
Oh my
Tyson's
God,
Mysteries.
that's right. I forgot he did that.
And Chris Lloyd. So Chris Lloyd and Michael J. Fox are going. Uh,
Man,
I doubt I'll be meeting either of them, but they're doing like a special panel on a Friday night that I'm gonna be going to.
that's crazy.
Oh, I might have to just switch this quick so you can see
Oh
the
yeah,
whole thing.
no worries.
Oops. There we go.
Al himself.
So yeah,
Sweet.
the different Supermen that are going are kind of why I'm gonna be there mostly now.
Oh man, have you been at? Is that the dog from Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah. It's
What?
Peggy the dog.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna be getting a picture with 5 different Superman actors
Oh,
that
nice,
have all
man.
portrayed the Man of Steel. So
Man.
I'm gonna be trying to meet all of them. They're kind of like the priority. I have
Hell yeah,
my autograph ticket for Ewan McGregor, and
man.
then I'm probably gonna save Tom and Michael
Hmm.
and Kirsten for Chicago,
Hell yeah, dude.
so that I have time to meet Tyler
Tyler.
Hoechlin. And then if I scroll down here, there's Brandon Routh,
Oh, and the Kingdom Come outfit, so good.
and that's the one that I cosplay, so I'm gonna
Hell
be
yeah,
wearing
dude.
that in the picture.
Killed it.
And then George Newbern
Oh, wow.
and Tim Daly are both gonna be there,
Wow.
who voiced Superman in Superman the
Yeah.
Animated Series and a few animated movies, and then George Newbern voiced him in the rest of it, basically like
Yeah.
the Bruce Timm verse, Justice
Yup.
League, Batman Beyond, other stuff like that.
Some favorite
So
episodes.
there's a picture I'm gonna get
Mhm.
with the 5 Supermen. Erica
That's so
Durance
good.
and Laura Vandervoort are going too.
Oh,
It's
man.
pretty stacked lineup, so
Yeah, dude, that's a pretty solid lineup, man.
I'm not gonna be able to meet everyone I want to. Like
No,
Will
man.
Shatner,
Yeah.
Finn, Daphne Keene, X23, is
That's
that her name?
crazy. Yep. Christopher Lloyd's such a nice person, man.
But yeah, so that's my next thing, and then like I think less than a month after this is Chicago, so
Hell yeah, dude.
we'll be in there. So I'm gonna save all the Smallville people for Chicago to kind of spread it out a bit, because
Yeah, it's
I don't know if I want to meet the Twilight people. What do you think?
no, it's not my cup of tea. They're going to be at Galaxy. I'm skipping them.
Where's Batman?
Yeah, if I mean
That guy's pretty good.
if it was him, then I would get a the Detective Batman picture. But other than that, I wish the others well.
Yeah,
Man,
I haven't seen all of the Twilight movies actually. I
no,
read some of the books, I have to admit, back in
yeah,
the day.
I got swapped into doing a triple like double date. Charlie, he's like, Charlie, go with me, man. Why? What are you doing? And yeah, I got duped into that one. I just remember giving that my buddy the death glare in the middle of the movie. It's like, you owe me.
Until next time, you son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. Dylan, you son of a bitch. That reminds me, Sean, are you going to be in Chicago as well? I hope. I know you said something about if you're still in here, just do like a thumbs up or something like that. But in the meantime, yeah, man, there's gonna be a hell of a turnout for that for Chicago. I completely forgot. I'm so happy that you said that you were gonna be there, man. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm happy. I know
I
that.
think we've got the copper seating tickets. So
Okay,
we've
perfect,
got
good. That's
guaranteed
what I'm at.
seating at least, and then we've got. I'm pretty sure we've booked our hotel, so
Good,
we
dude.
we we just
I was
have to
about to say
pay
that's good.
once
That
we
was
get it
okay.
going.
Good, because yeah, they were doing a deal on like the
Yep.
hotel that's staying. You got it? Good, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, because I don't want to think about going through Chicago, all the other rest and everything like that. No,
Sean's in the area. He might be going for sure then. I don't
hey
know.
man, you could, dude, please, man. If anything, you could just get like admission for like a day, man. Um, yeah, because I mean, yeah, our long time meeting as well, man. Oh my God. But dude, yeah, like,
Somebody save.
dude, oh man, you're gonna be singing that and you have no idea of context of it. Because God, I'm not gonna spoil Smallville Nights, but you're gonna be in that. Oh my God, that's so awesome, dude. It's gonna be a hell of a time. I know some of the stuff that's gonna happen. Um, just you're gonna have a little blasty blast, and plus getting to see you is a tip of the hat itself. Oh my God, oh my dude,
Yeah, that'll be fun for sure.
dude.
I'm a little nervous that you're gonna like force me to like meet John Glover outside of the outside of the booths and stuff and like hang
Oh
out with you
no,
guys.
man, no. Like, dude, I did the same thing with them. It's like, oh yeah, where sir, come on, man, and everything. I did the same thing. It's like, young man, and everything. Hugs me. It's like, kisses me. I'm like, is that okay? I didn't mean to. I was like, no, 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 no. You're good. You're good. And everything. He's like, I got to kiss Uma Thurman back in the day. I was like, yeah, I'm still a little bit jealous of that, John. I'm still a little bit jealous of that. She did good. I'm like, okay.
I literally talked to him about that too when I met him. I was like, "You were the Doctor Woodrow or what's his name?
Yeah,
I
he was a
forget." And
crazy
then
doctor. I forgot he was even in that. But I was looking at some stuff, and I remember you mentioned that a while back. I was like, wait, what? And I went back and watched, like, oh my God, that was him.
well, he's a DC legend now. Like
Yeah.
him and Lex are both like a bunch of DC characters.
Yeah, man.
So he was the Doctor
Um,
in the Batman movies, and then he was the Riddler, and then he was Lionel, obviously, and then he was another character in the Black Adam movie. He was in.
oh, yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was. It might have been Shazam, actually, that I think about. He was in another one. God, he's been in so many films. Oh, he's going to be in a new film in July. I'll have to plug this because he was talking to me about it. There's a trailer out. It's called The Home. That he put a lot of his stuff into. It was during Hell Year, and the same people that did like the Purge movies and some of those and everything like that. This is like his first feature film in years, and he's really nervous about it. But yeah, it looks pretty good, pretty dang good, man. Um, yeah, we were talking about that, but that yeah, like his list. He's in his 80s and still doing this, man. Just a legendary, man. Just a legendary. But yeah, I know, man. I know. But I can't wait, dude. I'm so hyped because this year's going by so fast. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. This year's going by fast, man.
Yeah, I know. I've yet to get my boat out for like a really good tour yet, and it's like the end of June now. We're screwed. I know it'll be warm up until like September, October, but it's still like, dang. Yeah,
Yeah,
time is flying by.
I do. When I got back, I had to take care of the yard because, like, apparently the monsoon season happened, and I was already burnt. I'm still somewhat a little bit burnt from like you can see a little bit where I'm still red when I
Well,
got
you
back
can
from
see it in your
Mexico.
face a little bit, I think.
Yeah. So I was like, shit, I gotta mow as well. Fuck. So I'm like crimson red over here, and I'm just like, oh God, lay back down on my bed. Oh God. Yeah, man. It was a blast and a half, but oh god, the time zone change. Oh my god. Dude, when we were over there, we had to go forward 2 hours, and then we had to go back 1 hour, and then when we got back to land, we had to go like back to our times. I was like, oh, fuck. My body hasn't rested since then. Ugh.
Yeah, I guess you went from Central to Eastern to Central again or whatever.
It was, I think it was, yeah, Eastern, Central. We started across to the other stuff because, yeah, we almost went far, but that tropical stuff was like, no, you're not. And then we turned
So did the
around.
storm actually get rid of any of the excursions that happened?
One of them.
Yeah.
Oh god, it wasn't the swimming with the pigs one. It was I don't know who won. I mean, I'm sure there are people, but not me.
Swim with
Um,
the pigs?
that was a thing. It's still on our
Nice.
website. But I want to say it. No, because they made chocolate. Um, there was one of them. I can't remember which one of them, but it was deep. It was out there in the woods, and it was enough where when we were out there, whenever the boat alarm went off, we were like, calling everybody back because we don't know what this is. Even though they knew, but we didn't know. But we found out that next time. We are like, wait, what? It was a what? And but yeah, we were supposed to do like one or two more, but I got, you know what? I got my three, and I got my specific one that like Tom specific. I know it's inverted, but damn it, it's just it's sentimental to me. Tom bought me my like little Costa Maya ticket, and everything like that himself.
That's
It was
cool.
all right. Yeah, I was like, I'm getting this framed. Yeah,
Get it graded.
yeah. It's like, what's so special about this? Kal-El touched this. But yeah, it's on there digital and everything like that. But like
This was paid for by Kryptonian money.
Kal-El, exactly the exchange rate. And it's just that's mine forever. And I'm starting to go down the route that you started mentioning and stuff. And I'll be damned, it's not a brilliant idea. That's how I got Robert England to sign like the photo ops because I've got way too many like
Uh-huh.
like 8x10s, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try doing the photo ops and stuff. I get them to sign that and everything because God, I'm running out of room, man.
Sometimes that's a good way to go. I have a book. I got a book full of stuff, but
Dude,
yeah,
yeah, man.
I want to display more stuff too. Obviously,
Yeah,
would be nice.
hell yeah, dude. Hmm.
Anyways, we hit the 2 hour mark. If you got your Cruiseville, Talkville,
Yeah, man,
Smallville,
I appreciate
all
that.
in.
I had nothing else to do today, and everyone's like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" Like,
Like holy shit, it's your birthday. I'm glad
yeah,
you wanted to hang out and
I'm not doing
like
anything
thought
else.
about doing this today, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for coming.
Thank you, man, for having me. That's yeah. Keep showing love for Smallville and Kal-El and Superman, all that sort of jazz, and stay tuned for a new Superman movie because you'll see a lot of familiar faces in there. And
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
but keep watching Talkville, Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You podcast. Great guest coming up. Michael, you're watching Michael P. I will literally see you before too long. We've been doing Dragon Ball watch parties. I'm showing a Dragon Ball at Bridge for the first time. It's hilarious. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, he's doing family man stuff and everything like that, being a badass. And he sent me I had my very first Funko Pops because of him. He got Smallville Funko Pops for me, and I was like, "Wait, what? These exist?" And yeah, that was my first. I went to my mail. I was like, "What is this?" And everything, because you look at your mail when you get back, and you're like, "All right, what's this? Buy some stuff? No. Buy some? No. What the hell is my? Okay, open it up, and I got more stuff for Sam Witwer to sign. I got a Doomsday Funko Pop and a
That would be
Kal-El
sick.
Funko. Yeah, I'd seen pictures of them, but I never seen like Doomsday when I'm like, so yeah, man.
Yeah, he might not even have a Doomsday pick at the table. I don't know.
Yeah,
He'd have his character pick maybe from the show, but maybe not the Doomsday himself.
he enjoyed doing it, but he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of pain because he like just had a surgery on his ribs. I'll
Yeah.
make this brief. Yeah, you know the story. And he's like, "Hey man, let's yeah, okay, we'll have you get up." And he just had that surgery, so he's like ripping his stuff as soon as he's like leaning up and everything like that. He's like, "Oh, fuck." Everything they had to do the shower thing with all the blood off. He's like, "Yeah, that about killed me." And yeah, I love hearing his stories of that, not just from like Smallville, like that man's been in Smallville, Star Wars, Battlestar, The Walking Dead that did not pick up prequel. You can find that on the internet. Um, yeah, um, yeah, it's really cool to hear him talk about Smallville because no, that was one of the things I went to him for when we went to Japan. Cut a short story fast because as soon as he see me, he started laughing and everything. When me and JT went over to get like his autograph on his arm. And I was like, "Hey man, you gonna be on the cruise?" He's like, "Nah, I'll be a little bit busy." This before the Darth Maul announcement, and I was like, "Okay." He did that. I was like, "Oh, I see what you did there. Good job, man." And yeah, he got that, but he was like, "Tell Tom I said hey," and everything like that. Tell Michael I said hey, and everything like that. But he's like, "But I definitely want to revisit that whenever they get to season 8." And I was like, "Well, it's gonna be for too long, man. We're already getting started on season 7." And yeah, man.
Do you know what episode you're gonna be on? And I'm guessing it'll be a
I
surprise anyway, so
I
you're
can.
not gonna tell us.
It's a big one that involves a headshot of when. God, Charlie, you gotta be careful. It's one of the final episodes of season 7.
Oh, okay.
When someone has amnesia and everything. It's I don't want to jinx my luck.
Yeah.
It's one of the final episodes, and I'm whenever I was there, they're like, "Hey, um, one of those people, you like to?" It's like I was happy doing one, man. You don't have to pick one. Okay, and I picked one of those, and they're like, "There you go." I'm like, what? Like if I was like, "No, please give it to someone else. Please
You're
give it
on
to
the
someone else."
schedule now.
It's weird. I'm just like, I was like, please give it to someone else. If look, if someone else doesn't take it, I'm happy to take it. But if someone called for it first, please, I don't want to be that guy. Don't do it. But it is a good episode. It's very popular. But no, again, I'll say it. Percy, thanks for this, man. This is a good birthday ending present for me, man. 37 years young, 37 years around the planet now, around the moon, the world, the sun. However, astrologists say it. The dang scientists are weird.
Immortal though, so it doesn't really matter. So
It has its perks. It has its perks, I guess.
like Lucifer Morningstar.
Yeah, he was getting highlight of an angel, man. But who knows these things?
Well, I think
Thank you,
that's
man.
the end, everybody. So if you're watching tonight, tomorrow, or anytime in the future, thanks for coming, and we'll catch you in the next one.